Are we live? Are you here? So we can start. This is the today's graph. We're gonna go through hands. It will be fun hands to see, I think. Tell me, are we live now? Am I did I make it without delay and everything? Tell me that you're here so I can start talking. Okay, I see that there is no delay. Can we start? Okay. Okay, guys. So this is the result from today. Like I told you, we were down like 1.6k, around 1.6k. So while we were streaming, we were like up maybe 800. But we'll go through hands what happened today. Okay. I think nothing we can do here. This guy like played only 3 hands, I think. We 3-bet, he 4-bet, we shove, then he called, and he get the kings, and he immediately sit out next hand. Okay. Nothing we can say there. But I just hate when why did he then start to play? I just don't understand that logic. So he started to play 3 hands, get the stack and leave. Like that happened to me 10 times here in this account. They started plays. Why I don't know if they want to play or not. If you're like sit in, you want to play. I don't understand that. Okay. We were against this big fish. He just lost like he lost 2 binds I think when when until we started to give him the money. We called here. We turned. He bet the pot I raised, and he called, and the turn is deuce. And I checked, and he bet, and I shoved here. I mean, against this type of dude who's opening so much, to have an overpair here and he didn't like shove the overpair, and he's like now betting the turn here, and I mean, I just don't see myself folding. I don't like the call on the turn. I can't fold ever, but I mean, I just don't see us folding, and I just keep shoving, and he had an overpair here, so I just don't see what I can do here. I mean, so big of the fish, and he gave everything away in 10 minutes maybe. Okay, now again heads up, and now this guy played 7 hands, so 7 hands. He 3-bet, we called, we get the board. He bet, we call, we get the jack. He bet, we call, we get the trips, and he shoved, we call, and he had a full house. I mean, there's nothing. Okay, let's. I mean, it's just I don't think it's necessary to turn up the HUD, but just to see if we had sample. Okay, he this is the first hand that we saw, but there's like no chance in hell we can do anything here. So we can just maybe shove the turn here, and we want to do it sometimes. But I don't think when we have diamond it's like necessary. When you have diamond, it's like maybe it's better if we have like king diamond to call and shove with the jack diamond. I don't know. Maybe that's also okay. Okay, nothing we can do there. And he, of course, then left the tables. And again, against the Basta fish, he raised UTG. We 3-bet, he called. We checked here. Because he's stabbing a lot, I just wanted to 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 shove on the turn. That was my plan. And he checked behind, and the river was 6. Okay, and I of course call here, and he get the 2 pair here. I mean, I was like on when the 6th, I didn't like thought. I thought there is a possibility that he has like maybe ace that he check behind, but I don't know that this player would check behind the ace, because on the river, when what he's repping in the river, when he's like betting half of the pot, he's like repping, I would say, like top pair type of hand, and like he get the 2 pair here. So I don't know. I was just I was like thinking if we have a value shove here, but I don't know. I don't think we have. So I was just calling here, and he get the 2 pair here. Okay, then we got the kings here. We 3-bet. This guy 4-bet. We of course calling, because look at this. Look at this. I see that he's 4-betting. Okay, we see here ace king, but also we here see fold versus 5-bet, one of the one time, and here we have a big, big alarm here. His fold to 5-bet is 3 out of 4 times. So that's telling me like he 4-bet bluffs a lot. So with my ace queen, I think I wanna call the 4-bet, because he's like probably 4-bet bluffing the worst hand in my ace queen, and I wanna call. And also look at this. He 4-bet like hand. 4-bet hand like ace king. Okay, it's ace king suited, but we also see in position that he's fold 2 out of 2 times to 5-bet. So we can generally assume, like, look at this king 5 suited, nines. Okay. So we can generally say that this guy will 4-bet bluff a lot. So uh, if he's like falling so much on the shove, he's having like habit to make like 4-bet bluffs. So okay, we called here, and we get the perfect board. He bet. I just called because I don't think there is like need to shove here. Uh, we can go to the 4-bet pop-up. We see that he's c-betting 5 out of 5 times, and he's also c-betting 3 out of 3 times on the ace board, which I don't think that he should be doing, because we like saw that he's like 4-betting 9s, 10s, jacks, so he's 4-betting also wider for value, and that kind of range doesn't connect really well with the ace high boards. So he will have a lot of kings, queens, jacks, tens. So he shouldn't be like c-betting 100%. Okay, so we are calling here. We don't need to shove here. We are getting the queen, and he shoved. I mean, we are of course calling here always. But he had kings, and we lost the hand. Okay, this is the hand we had against the fish here. We 3-bet, he called. We get the, I mean, perfect board. We're betting 1/3, because this is like the SPR here is probably the best to bet big and shove the turn, but this board so favors us that we can like bet 1/3, and this is the board structure that you need to bet 1/3. So I bet 1/3 on the turn. That's more important because his range will be wider. He doesn't even fold to c-bets that much, so out of position doesn't fold at all. So he probably has a habit to float, and that's telling us that we need to double barrel here. We can like have also some bluffs here, like I'm betting like jack 9 suited, queen 9 suited. There are of course pure bluffs, 7-9 suited, 6-7 suited. I think also that I would like bet against this type of the player hand, like king queen. And okay, he called. On the river we are like always shoving here, and he had 2 pair. Okay, we had ace king here against tens. We lost that before the flop. Nothing we can do here. Okay, okay, we We have ace 10 here against the nines. Nothing we can do here also. He limp shout here, we called all in, and that's it. Okay, we had ace king here against the tens, we lost that. We had ace king here, and what happened here? I just don't remember this hand. And how could I not double barrel here? I just don't understand it. Okay, I remember I got raised on the turn. I mean, his range is really wide. He's calling every c bet. This is like double barrel and triple barrel on the every river. But and also he's like folding the turn a lot. So we are like betting here, and he will fold a lot of worse hands. Against his pairs, we have equity. We have profitable bluff probably on the diamond and stuff like that. I mean, this is like common double barrel, and we can do anything there. Maybe you can say that this was a stupid play. I would disagree. I think this is like a really profitable double barrel here. Uh, I think when we are double barreling, when we are betting here, this guy doesn't fold. He will call with the queen eight here, queen with every like queen eight with the spade, with eight of the spade. He will call ace high here. Uh, and on the turn, I mean, now we are like when we're betting the turn, he will now have to fold some of that the floats, and I think he'll call like ace three, ace four here always. uh, I don't know what he will done with hands like ace 10. He'll probably call ace 10, but probably fold ace 7, ace 8 type of hand. He will continue, I think, with, and this type of guy will call like queen jack on the turn always, and probably queen 10 on the turn. So on the river, like if we are folding queen 10, I'm happy. If I'm folding queen jack, I'm happy. If I'm folding ace 4 of spade, I'm happy. So I just don't need to see it like that. This need to work. We are betting 2/3 of the pot here, so he will need to fold. This need to work 42% of the time, 40% of the time. So he will like need to defend 60% of his range, and I don't think he's doing that. So I think we have profitable bluff here always. He had jacks now, and he called with jacks, so I'm okay. I mean, I'm not folding. I'm not trying to fold the jacks here. I'm trying to fold hands that are better than my hand, and that's it. Okay, here we get four. I mean, this is interesting hand. I think uh, I uh, I folded here because I wasn't preoccupied with the other monitor, but this is like a pure call. We call here. Because I mean he's like repping 7-8 here, or 5x like 4-5, because if we have a 4 here, we can think about here. I mean, I don't like to turn this into bluff, because generally we don't expect much of the bet check bet line here, so I think we have a clear call here. Just yes, this is like a clear call because we are blocking 4-5 suited. uh, he probably has ace 5 suited and 7-8. I mean, the problem here, I know that he's like bet check betting. Look at this in the 3-bet pots. In the 3-bet pots, look at his bet check bet line. Look at the hands. Ace queen. Okay, then he hit the river with the ace. Okay, so we don't need to count that. Again, ace queen, but he checked the ace queen on the turn. King queen, he hit the queen on the river. Ace 4, he had 4x at the flop, and queen jack, he hit the queen on the river. Okay, so he's like, now when we think about it, he's like repping here 4-5 suited, uh, hand like ace 5 suited, and and 7-8, and this is a pure call. So this was I mean, this is like easy call here with this hand, and we don't need to shove because we don't expect much of the bet check bet line here. And I don't know that we were gonna like check much of the sevens or sixes because we will check raise some of them, we'll call some of them. So generally, we would like to bet the river because when he check behind, he's like weaker. So I think this is like a big mistake, and we should like just be calling here, and that's it. Just a pure call. Because when we see his bet check bet line, we see that he it seems that his bet check bet line is really strong, but in generally he just value bet when he hit the river. So that's telling me that his check range is that his check range is like normal weak check range on the turn in 3-bet pots in position. So he's not checking here like pocket eights, pocket nines, because if he's like checking pocket eight, pocket nines here, then we can say like okay, then he's rapping on the river a lot more. But he's like rapping like four combos here, and we need to have like we need to find like one bluff, one and a half bluff here to make this call. So this is like call every time, and this was mistake. Okay, king jack here. Okay, this was like we check raised and give up here. Okay, even I think we can bet here, but just because on the river, just because this guy folded a lot on the flop and a lot on the turn, I decide to give up on this. But I mean, we are blocking really good queen x here, and he has a cb strategy that's betting any pair, and I mean he will have a lot of just weak pairs here, and we can bet the river here like with the queen x, king queen, queen jack type of the hand. So I think that this play is the bet on the river, 3/4 of the pot. That's the best play here. Okay, ace queen, nothing there. I think that's like all the big hands. If you have any questions, you can ask me. Ace 5 here. Okay, this is against this. Okay, I wanted to see what type of hand did we fold to him. Okay, we did get the worst river here. Okay, I was just thinking how can we fold, but I mean again this was like the worst river. I think it's a pure shove, magic orange. We can't do anything except shoving with the guy who's opening 60% of the range, c-betting everything, not folding to check raise, and he made like before that he made two rebuys before I started playing him, and he did show with some when I was like I put the tables and I was like waiting to release the spot. He lost. He had like 1,000 and come to 300 because this guy made like he lost like 700 on stupid things. I mean, I was waiting for a table and I was on the tables and I looked. He was like having 1,000 and something, and he was when I came into the table he had like 400, and he was like stabbing nonsense, uh, stabbing every hand. So when he's like betting here and I check raise, I feel like I felt like he was gonna. Okay, he has, but this guy, I mean, this guy has like ace queen every time here. He has like ace jack. He has like ace 10. He's just not having like flush draw. He's just having pure ace here. And when I check raise and he's calling here, he can have everything. I mean, he's not ever folding ace x here, and he should show some over pairs. And he like spewed in like 5 minutes. He spewed out 600 euros on like he was like stabbing people were check shoving him and he folded. He was like stabbing people check raise, he called and folded on the river and stuff like that, and I just saw that he's like full of shit. So yes, of course he has 4x here. He's opening 60%. He has like king 4 off here. He has like all suited combos of 4 with backdoor flush draw, without backdoor flush draw. He has everything. And when he's like stabbing here, we can okay, we are losing just for from over pairs in this spot, and he will like shove some of the over pairs when we check raise. So And Chain, you are just ex- you are just telling me exactly what I was thinking in that spot. And from what I saw, that he's like a spewy fish. I was like, I just thought, okay, we had a nice turn here. When the turn is deuce, okay, we have a nice turn here. I'm going for the check shove again, because he will step for sure. That was my plan. So I don't think I can do anything against this type of player. I mean, you see the stats. I was like on the table waiting for the open, and I saw that he's like a spew, and I get into the tables, and you see like stats. I mean, aggression frequency is here. What you need to do more. He's gonna shove some more parts here, and usually he'll have also 5x here, and he'll have also naked ace high here. He'll have like king 4 off here. He's gonna have all the sorts of 4x with, and he's like opening 4-9 suited, 4-8 suited, 4 jack suited, and stuff like that. So I mean, we are so ahead of him when we have a two pair here that we. I mean, I was like, if he had like more, I would like check shove. I would just go to the. I would like just go for the bigger check raise on the flop. So it's not like I was afraid or anything. I was just like, when the turn is two, I was like, yes, really good turn. I thought, oh, okay, really good. Now he won't believe us when he check raise, because two raise our value range a bit. And I was like really excited, and I was really happy. And when he steps, I was like really, really, really glad, because I knew that I'm probably ahead, but he had jacks now, and I can't do anything. So I think that's all the hands that happened. Uh, while we were streaming, we were just down once, and we were down like 300 euros or something, 300, 350 euros. But when I wasn't streaming, I was just getting so fucked up spots, losing everything. I get KK on ace ace 5 times in 10k hands, losing 4 times ace king against aces. I just felt that I was running really bad. Um, but okay, that's it. We can show the graph, current graph. So we are down. Okay, it's 14k hands. We can go for the graph to see. I mean, I don't know what to say. I can just show you the graph. Uh, we were like winning here. Before I come to the Germany, we were like winning big, and then all started to go like this. And while we were winning, we were like running really hot. We see our blue line is above zero, so we run pretty hot. But then when I came here in Germany, we will start running really bad, and we just keep the red line high, but I don't know. I just felt that I'm running terribly here, and I just thought that I'm playing good. So what do you think? I showed you all the hands. I mean, from all my losing sessions. What do you think? Did I play bad? Did I didn't play? Do you have like any comments? Because I really felt that I'm playing really good. I mean, today I showed you hands from yesterday when we had that big losing sessions. What can you tell me? What do you think? And all that big hands happened to NL 400. So that's like also really really fucked up. I mean, look at this. We're like down 40 BBs on NL 400, on 200, on 2000 hands. I mean, this is like sick. So everything just I don't know. I really felt I was playing really good. I mean, and our stats are really good. We're just like I saw our stats. We're like not falling a lot. We're putting a lot of pressure. I mean, our one when soft love is like 53. I mean, I also thought that I was playing like maybe the best poker of my life in last. Like, I started to use program really good. I know everything from the program. I just felt like if I didn't have the program now, I would just be losing like 10k here. I would just feel like this, because I mean, like, this is insane. Like, look at this. I mean, how is this possible? This is like a 10k difference. I don't know. And I mean, the problem is because we have it most on NL 400 on, and you like see this. I mean, this is not also a great run here. Look, this is not a great run, but we just crushed. We just crushed. But then everything seems like, I mean, and I just lost like in the into the heads up games. I was like running two times king versus aces. Today queens versus aces. Two times ace king against aces in the heads up. Okay, let's go to that hand. 7-10 suited. Knish, you're asking me if I have a check back range here. I think against the small blind you should have a check range here. You should have a checking range. In You should have a check range here because people are mostly calling broadways from small blind and in pairs and like good jack 8 suited, queen 9 suited, so everything is real connected here. So I think we should have a check range against small blind, but I think it's not like a big mistake to see bet this type of the hand. I think it would be much worse to see bet like here, for example, all your ace highs or stuff like that. So I think you can have check range like checking with weak kings and a couple of nines, like hand like 10-9, jack 9, like weak kings, and you can have a check range. I think it's okay, but I just decide to bet and bet big because this is a fish. He's not folding on flop, but he's folding on turn. So just I don't know, just like I just wanted to put pressure, and we can have like nice gut shots or even open ender here. We can hit that on the turn, and we can fold him from his. We can fold his like ace highs on the turn and stuff like that. So to answer your questions, I think we need to have check range against the small blind, but if the player is like a normal player. Okay, I want to tell you one thing more. I'm leaving, so I'm taking a break. I won't be here for about 10 days. So from tomorrow, I think you will have opportunity to vote for the challenges. Challenges will be 50k hands. Thank you, Knish, on the for asking me that question. Uh, Challenges will be 50k hands. That is what me and my partner have arranged. So 50k hands, so we can make most of them. We will document them, and I will, if you're interested, I will just play in stream. I won't play alone because when I play alone, stuff like this happen. I I just can't anymore play alone because it seems like I'm playing alone. Not maybe I'm not playing the best because when I'm streaming, I'm just concentrated full. I'm just going into the range. I'm always talking about the range. But I mean, like you saw the hands, I show you every hand from all. We had like two big losing sessions. I've show you the hands from this one and from that one before. So you saw the everything. All hands I lost. So there is like nothing to add there. Uh, I mean that's it. That's it. We'll make challenges that are a bit shorter, 50k challenges, and we're gonna make. We'll try to make many of them. I mean, if they are like 100k hands long, that could last for 2 months, and if they are 50k long, that will last maximum a month, and we can make many of them. You can vote on the. I will. I think we will put it on the site. I'm not sure, so we can see it on the site, and you can then vote for it. And when I'm back, 15 for I mean for 10 days, uh, 15 August, we're gonna start the challenges. I'm gonna start playing, and I'm gonna like be wild. I'm gonna play like 4 or 5 hours a day, and I'm gonna play. I'm just gonna want to avenge this, and I'm gonna like want to crush everything. I will just take a break to like I'm now streaming 17 days. We had three probe streams, so I stream for 2 hours also. So I'm streaming 17 days. One day I travel, so 16 days at the row. I was streaming, and I need to just take a little break, and then I'll be back. I will be full into this. I'm gonna crush everything. I mean, I'm gonna go like and kill. That's my intention because I'm so pissed off. I mean, I just felt like nothing's going my way when I'm playing alone. So that's it. Thank you for being with me. I hope I showed you the program because program is like so good. And but I mean, stuff like this happen. It's like only 10 14K hands or so much, so shit can happen. But program is real good, and I'm gonna prove that. Be with me at my challenges, and we'll see how will I go through the challenges, because I will be like super into it. I will give my everything. So thank you, and I will hear for you for about 10 days. Bye.